Hi, welcome to a special South by Southwest edition of Two on Two. I'm Aaron Perlut from Elasticity.
And I'm Jason Falls from Social Media Explorer.
So Jason, I was supposed to be down there at South by Southwest with you, but could not for a couple of reasons. So you were down there in Austin. Take us through the experience of South by Southwest. What's it all about? Because there's a lot of people out there that are very interested in going that have never been.
There's South by Southwest Film, there's South by Southwest Interactive, and then South by Southwest Music. And there really are three different conferences, but they stretch the span of 2.5, 3 weeks. The Interactive is kind of smack in the middle of it, and that's kind of what we're talking about in terms of the business world. And the sessions at South by Southwest are supposed to be thought-provoking, cutting-edge, thought leaders in the industry and/or really good panel discussions about how to move business forward using digital and interactive. There are tons and tons of parties and book launches and other networking events that are, some of which are associated with South by Southwest, but more and more you're seeing many that are not officially associated with South by Southwest. So it is a huge networking event. Lots of technology products get launched here, and this is where you come every year to kind of find the new hot thing.
Okay, so I was telling you earlier, I'm kind of jonesing that I'm not there. I was supposed to be. I even made myself some breakfast tacos today at home. Here's the question we're gonna the big question we're gonna address today is it worth it? What do you think?
Well, I think it is worth it, but it's only worth it if you have a focused intent on coming here. If your intent is to network with the appropriate brands that you want to network with, or agencies, or startup entrepreneur, VC folks, the types of audiences that come to this event, if your goal is to network and meet those folks, and you come here with a focused intent to do that, it's absolutely worth it. If you come here to go to the sessions and learn something and get smarter as a marketer or as an entrepreneur or as a developer or a designer, and you go to those sessions and you learn what's here, you absolutely get a lot out of it, and it's very worth it. And if you come here to just grow your network and sort of, maybe launch your product quietly or grow your audience, then there's lots of people here that are interested in that technology digital world. And if you're focused on networking and going to the events and trading business cards and whatnot, it absolutely is very, very much worth it. If you don't come here with focus, you get sucked into a 5-day spring break that's just bar after bar after bar, party after party after party, and you don't get anything accomplished.
Yeah, I was there last year, and I really questioned the value of my trip. I think that for junior level marketers, I think it's really valuable because I do think they have some great keynote speakers. But to a certain extent, I think you're absolutely right. It does turn into kind of a spring break kind of feel. You end up walking down the center of downtown Austin and trying to see what bars are having special South by Southwest specials, seeing what bands are playing. And it's a bunch of social media douchebags that are trying to simply network and kind of pat each other on the back. So I really struggle with the value sometimes. And then on the brand side, any marketer, especially you're an independent consultant, I run a small agency, you're always looking to make that next connection with someone who works on the corporate side or a brand side. And it's very difficult to do because there are some brand people, but I think the predominance of the people, the interactive, are more agency people. And the brand people that are there are heavily protected. They may not know it by their agencies who are walking hand in hand with them and guarding them like they're Conan the Barbarian.
Yeah, I don't think that's necessarily an inaccurate statement. I think the brand folks tend to be rather introverted compared to a lot of other people here, and sort of shrink off quietly in the corner and are either protected, as you say, or stay away from folks because they think everyone's here trying to sell them something. And if it's not a consultant or an agency or a social media douchebag, as you were saying, trying to sign them up for their services, it's some cool new iPhone app developer who wants them to sponsor what they're doing or wants them to use it for their business. And so they're pitched, like you wouldn't believe. I actually carve out a piece of my time while I'm here as a blogger and tell people who have social media, PR, communications related startup tools and whatnot that I will be at the Blogger Lounge from this hour to this hour. Come pitch me, because I get really good, information and ideas on for my blog and for tools that I might be able to recommend to clients there. But I have to carve out just that little bit of window. Otherwise, I'm going to be pitched the whole time.
Yeah, well, of course, you're kind of a big deal and ruggedly attractive, so let's not forget that, okay?
Absolutely.
All right, well, this has been another episode of Forbes 2 on 2. I'm Aaron Perlut from Elasticity.
And I'm Jason Falls from socialmediaexplorer.com.
See you in a couple weeks.